Hello, my name is Alexis Robles, and today we will be doing Lab 8, Food Packaging and Polymers. For this lab, we need a variety of materials. The couple things that we need are a small potato chip bag, a small empty candy wrapper. We need a serving of ketchup, the next item would be ketchup, but I could not find a ketchup package, so I got honey instead, which is probably the same thing, just same consistency. I have a flashlight, which I'm going to use my phone flashlight, a cup, which I have right here, a cup, 2 empty liter sodas, boiling water, juice right here, and cylinder and salt. So part 1 of lab 8, there's 2 parts. The first step, we are going to carefully examine our empty potato chip bag. We're just going to look at it and see how many layers there are in the bag. So we see that there is I'm guessing 6 layers, like front, back, side, the bottom, top, and the top of the bag. So for the first step, we are going to cut the bag and make it into just one single layer. And a good hint is that one of the layers is the sealing middle for the bag. So as you can see, I cut the 2 sides of the bag and made it into one layer, which is the top and bottom of the chip bag. Step 2 of the part 1 for lab 8 is to hold the cut bag up to a flashlight with the shiny side of the bag towards me. So we're gonna do that now. I have my flashlight right here. Okay. And now the next thing is to when I put the flashlight, I can see the printing on the packaging. Now we are going to write an A with a marker on the foil side, and we're going to see if we can see the A with the flashlight. I've written my A, and we're going to see if we can see the A with the flashlight. And we can see the A. Oh, my mistake. The thing that I was supposed to do was have the printing face me and see if I can see the lettering, the A. And I can see the A once I did it right. And I do think that the bag is made with a layer of aluminum. So step 3 of lab 8 is to is to examine your empty candy bar wrapper, which I have right here. A candy wrapper is a lot easier to examine and label than a chip bag. We can see that the candy bar wrapper is almost the same as the chip bag. It has a foil in the inside, printing in the outside. It has a sealing middle for the seams, as you can see right here and right here. But it also, you have to tear the middle of it to open the whole package and make it one layer. The next step of this lab is to see the package of ketchup. I could not acquire a package of ketchup, so I found this honey package that looks the same thing as a ketchup from the outside, just it doesn't have ketchup in the inside, but it does have the same qualities as what a ketchup package would have. So step 4 is saying that this ketchup package has many different, it's very complex, and it has different qualities as layering as a candy bar wrapper or a chip bag. It has a liquid inside, and it has an acid, or this has an acid as well. So the next thing is to push on the package, but you do not open it with the pressure that you give it. It feels squishy, but it also, you don't really feel anything. You just feel air pushing your other hand away from the point where you want it to go. So I'm just pushing it, and as you can see, air is pushing the substance away from the point of me pushing the honey. Step 4 also has me put the package in a cup of tap water and see if it floats or sinks. I have my cup, my tap water inside the cup, and we are going to see if it floats or not. And as we saw, the packaging is floating. It is not sinking. So the next step for part 2 of lab 8, we will be getting the juice bottle and the 2-liter bottle of soda, and we will be filling them with water, measuring their volume and pouring them out at least 3 times, and then we will be pouring boiling water on the empty bottles to see if there's any effect, and then collect the data of adding tap water again 3 times, and seeing if the volume of the bottles change. So the volume of the bottles was so much that it exceeded 650 grams. So we are using a weight scale to see how much water is in this 2-liter bottle, and let's see how much it is. We can see that it's at least 5 pounds. Here we are trying the second time of filling up with water. We can see that the volume of the liter, that the 2-liter has decreased. And for the third time, we see that the weight stayed the same weight as the second try. Here we have the juice bottle. We're about to see how much it weighs with water. It weighs 8 pounds again, and we can see that the volume of the bottle did decrease drastically. The next step of part 2 is to get some boiling water, which I have here, and with the bottles empty, pour the boiling water on the empty bottles and see if there's any reaction. And I don't see any changes to the bottles. The plastic just feels warm. Now we are going to repeat the beginning of part 2 and see if there's any volume change to the water. But we're gonna wait until the bottles cool down. But actually, as you can see, we can see that the bottles are beginning to look more a little misty because of maybe the hot water, the steam of the water. Here is trial number 2 of measuring the volume of the bottle, the 2-liter soda, after it has been poured on, after pouring boiling water on top of it. We can see that it has lowered a little bit of weight. It has decreased. Here is the next attempt to see if there's a change in water or the volume. It's slightly lowered volume, and this is trial number 3. We can see that it stayed the same as it did in the third trial. Second. So we're now on to the juice bottle. We are going to measure the first time after pouring boiling water on top. We can see that it has decreased in the volume. Here is the second time in pouring water on top and measuring it. We can see that it slightly rose, it increased. And now we're doing the third trial, and we can see that it just stayed the same as the second trial. Didn't really change a lot of its weight. So I've just now measured the temperature, the volume of all 6 trials, and filling up the bottles of liters, and that is the end of Lab 8. Thank you.